Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in again today. So recently I watched a video by Emily Noel 83 and she did a video about a drugstore makeup kit. And like Emily, I am a huge fan of drugstore makeup, and for the holidays, as I was shopping for my sisters and my friends, I couldn't help but really gravitate towards the drugstore and want to buy them stuff that I really like because they're really affordable. And the great thing about buying makeup from the drugstore is that rather than just being able to buy, one expensive item, you could, buy 3 or 4 affordable, items and give them a whole kit, that you can present really nicely. And it's always fun to open up, more presents than less. And it's great to receive, high-end makeup as well, but especially if this is, maybe supplemental, just another nice little stocking stuffer or something you can add to a larger gift. Or just, give to someone that, maybe you don't have a huge budget, be a great Secret Santa gift or something like that. What I would suggest using is any kind of little makeup bag. You can purchase one of these from the drugstore, but the one that I would suggest using is if you have any the free little makeup bags that you got from a Clinique free gift or any other department store makeup brand. This bag is really cute, I think, and I got it as a free gift from Clinique, and I have several of these laying around, so if they're still clean and in good shape or if you haven't really used them, I would definitely suggest just utilizing any kind of bag that you already have. So I'm going to start off with one of my favorite products, and it's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Palettes. These are about $4.50, and you can get them from any drugstore. These are the original ones. They come in, I think, 4 different colors. This is just an example of some of the colors that they come in. These are really pigmented, and they come with matte and shimmery shades. And honestly, I reach for these more than I reach for a lot of my higher end makeup. So I would definitely suggest the Color Icon palette because there's so many different shades. You could use this for an entire look and all you need is just in this one palette. Now the great things about the Color Icon palettes is for holiday 2010, they came out with some limited edition colors. So if you're lucky enough to find them in the drugstore, I'd highly suggest picking them up. This is one of them, and this is in Night Elf is the color, and there's some silvers, reds, blacks, some monochrome or duochrome ones, a kind of nice brown, and a goldy beige color. And the great thing about the holiday ones is that they also come with a little eyeliner, and this is just a sparkly black eyeliner. So, and they come packaged really cute. The regular Color Icon palettes just come like this, but the holiday ones come in like a box with like cute little holiday stuff on them. So if you can find the holiday ones, they're the same price, about maybe slightly more because they include the eyeliner, but these are really great as well, and these come in 4 different colors. I wanted to also include a couple other eyeshadow picks. I know I already mentioned the Color Icon palettes, and those would probably be my top pick, but another one I really like is the Hard Candy Baked Eyeshadows, and this one's in Rush Hour. Love this one. They're not really pigmented, but super wearable, and I think they have really cute packaging. And then also the NYX palettes are really nice. These are under $10 and they come with 10 different eyeshadow colors, and this one is in Champagne and Caviar. And I really like this one a lot. For a nice neutral eye, you can do a smoky eye with this as well. Some of my favorite lip glosses that are drugstore or affordable are the Milani Glitzy glosses. They come with Glitzy and 3D Glitzy. The 3D Glitzy are very chunky, sparkly glitter, so this will be really fun for the holidays. They kind of remind me of like a MAC Dazzle Glass, and the applicator is actually the little brush applicator. It's not the sponge tip applicator, so those are really cute, and they look, I think, very Christmassy with the gold sparkly top, so I would suggest those. And then this one is just a this is just the Glitzy gloss, but it doesn't have any gloss in it. And this is a really pretty color. I forget what it's called. It's 01, but this is like a really pretty plum color. My other affordable lip gloss pick would be NYX glosses, and these are super affordable. I think they're like under $5. You get a lot of product, and they come in a huge variety of shades, a lot of really pretty reds, which I unfortunately don't have. But the 2 colors I have in these glosses are Natural. It's kind of like a beigey peach color, and Salsa, which is like a pink, baby pink with some sparkle in it. Next, for blush, my absolute favorite drugstore blush right now is the NYX Blushable Cream Sticks, and this one is in color Big Apple Blush, and it's just like a bright pink. And I love these so much because they're so creamy, they're really great for winter, and they're extremely pigmented and very affordable. I believe that these are under $5 as well. Next, the other drugstore blush pick that I have would be the Maybelline Dream Mousse blush, and I have these in two different colors. I have this in Cloud Wine and Pink Frosting, and I have these featured in a video called Pretty Pink Cheeks, where I did a whole demo on how to layer these blushes with a different powder blush to really get a very pretty cheek look. So I would really suggest these. I would just suggest go for the darker shades because they're not super pigmented. They're definitely not as pigmented as the NYX Blushable Cream Sticks. So if it were between a lighter shade or a darker shade, I would go for the darker shade. Moving on to lipsticks, my two favorite drugstore lipstick formulas are the Rimmel Lasting Finish lipsticks. And I'm actually wearing this one today, and it's an Airy Fairy. It's like a neutral pink color, and it looks good with a lot of different glosses on top. Another recommendation for the Rimmel Lasting Finish would be in Just So, and I love this color because it's sort of like a reddy berry color. So that would look really great for the holidays. It's sort of like a red, but not quite a bright, bright red, more of a wearable berry red. So I really like that color. And I think I already showed you, but that's what Just So looks like in the tube. My other favorite lipstick formula from the drugstore is the Maybelline Color Sensational, and these come with plum tones, natural tones, red tones, pink tones, and the packaging differs based on the color that you choose. So here you can see I have a plum tone one, and here you can see I have a natural tone one. And the two colors I picked as just two of my favorites that I'm really loving right now. This one is 415 Plumtastic, and it looks really dark in the tube, but when you put it on, it's a really pretty berry color, a little more mauve than the other one I just showed you, Just So, and it has a little bit of pearly sparkle in it. So that is Plumtastic right there. I absolutely love that one. It looks a little vampy, but I think in a good way, not too vampy, really pretty for the holidays. And then my other pick would be Totally Toffee for a really natural nude, kind of brown lip right there, Totally Toffee. So those are my picks for lipsticks, and then I would also suggest including a mascara, and I like a lot of drugstore mascaras. I think drugstore mascaras are really awesome, but two I've really been loving are the Rimmel Sexy Curves and the Maybelline the Falsies. These both give a lot of really good definition and volume, and my other favorite that I don't have right now is the Covergirl Lash Blast in the orange tube. That one is awesome. Next, I would suggest a powder, and one of the powders I really like is the Revlon Pressed Powder. This is just the Colorstay Pressed Powder. This comes in a variety of shades, and I really like this one as a blotting powder. It works really well to just get rid of excess oil, and you know, the compact is very sleek and black and simple, just great to keep in your purse. Every girl needs some pressed powder to make sure that we can keep our oilies in check. And finally, since it is winter time, I would suggest including some chapstick. And right now my favorite chapsticks are the Nivea brand. This is the Milk and Honey one, and then the pink one is a shimmery one, a Kiss of Shimmer it's called. These are really moisturizing and a little bit different than the traditional chapsticks. They're a little more fun to use, and I really have been loving all of these. I actually saw a set of 3 of these at the store you could get as a little gift set. So I hope that this gave you guys some great ideas of what you could include in your drugstore makeup kit as a gift. I think that this is a really good idea, a really creative, fun idea. Every girl loves receiving makeup, and a lot of the times, if you're not a makeup junkie like I am, you know, a lot of girls don't take the time to really experiment with makeup or really go to the drugstore and invest in this kind of stuff. They would rather just skimp buying what they have, and I really think opening up the door of makeup for your friends and family is really fun, especially since, you know, we love makeup so much. We should really share with them our knowledge and the products that we really love, all the things that we've tried, and I think this is the kind of thing that will last a really long time and will be really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have any other suggestions on what you would include in your drugstore makeup kit, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!